If we go back to the SyncLeg division, we'll also have custom design. We do a large amount of custom product, and this is where we're changing sizes from a standpoint of widths, depths, heights. We may even be doing some specialty finishes, things like that. So that we do have our standard finishes. We can't do every finish under the sun, but if you do have a request for rose gold, it's a opportunity that we have to be able to do those finishes. Then we have our list of our standard finishes. You can click on this, and then it'll bring up a page that's also in your catalog that will show you the different finishes that are available. And I will just go ahead and kind of give you a little bit of, because the PVDs are not priced in the price list, those are call for quote. But as a rule of thumb, you basically can take the polished brass unlacquered price and double it to get a ballpark price point of the PVD finishes. So this will allow you to have that conversation with the customer that if they're interested in those finishes, you can give them a ballpark, and then if they still want to move forward, then reach out to us or Palmer to get the price on the PVD finishes.
Hey David, before you leave the screen, explain to them what lacquered and wax is.
Okay, well, lacquered, everybody knows what a lacquered finish is, so it goes through the same process that a faucet would go through or whatever. And then a waxed finish is basically an unlacquered material that has a wax on it. So it has the potential over time to patina as the wax could wear down, but it can be re-waxed. A lacquered finish is going to just be that. So a lacquered finish is not going to patina, it's not going to change. So if you look at a polished chrome, for example, it's going to be a lacquered finish, and then polished nickel, satin nickel, aged are going to be unlacquered. So they have the potential to patina over time. It's not going to patina obviously like unlacquered brass will, because it already has a finish on it, but it can patina. And then you have your powder coat finishes, they don't patina at all. And then you have here satin brass lacquered, so that's not going to patina, and then you have satin brass waxed. Satin brass waxed is going to have the opportunity to patina over time. But if it were like polished brass unlacquered, this will patina much quicker than the waxed will. Make sense?
I think so. Thank you.
So I want to just show you this right now. This, because of coronavirus, this has been taken down. You can't search your PO, but once we get everything back to running normal, you could actually search your PO here, and it will give you the delivery times, or if it's already shipped, it'll give you the tracking info. It'll give you all that kind of information. But right now, just due to everything that's happening, we halted that procedure at the moment. This is a consumer catalog, so it's basically the price list with no pricing. So you could download that and give that to a customer as well. If you wanted a price list, you do have to create a password create a password to get those. And then this is a key page that we're going to look at here is this service and sales tools. So sales and resources for dealers. This is really good information for you. So when you click on this, there's the interactive catalog and price guide, and then lots of different information here that you can use, like different brochures. Again, the catalog with no pricing if you want, the shelving brochure. So if we look at this, for example, it'll just open up this shelving brochure for us, give us some more information here. It's a good little tool to give to the client as they're thinking about the whole design concept, whether they're putting shelving in the bathroom, the kitchen, as you saw in the closet, a lot of different things. Also the Palmer order form if you need that. One of the things we did, because we do a lot of stuff with Stone Forest, is we created a Stone Forest order form. So if you look in the Stone Forest book, you will see these different products that are available that are, if you look in the Stone Forest book, if you see the leg system and it starts with an LS, it's going to be a Palmer leg system. And so it is in your best interest to order them separate, even though that's two POs, because you get a 10% difference in price. If you order from the legs from Stone Forest, you pay 10% more than what you can order them from as an authorized dealer from Palmer. So to make it easy for you, so you don't have to search for what they are, if you're ordering a C90 sink from Stone Forest and it's the C90 27, then this is the leg system that you would order, and then the pricing is listed here for the standard finishes. Fill in the rest of the information if you need anything from a standpoint if you're doing the shelf system, shelf supports. Every shelf needs a shelf support, as you'll see in a minute. So that's another thing to remember, and then any other features. Enter this information. This is an interactive or a fillable PDF, so you can actually do this right on your computer screen and then submit the form. So it's pretty simple to use, and the information is already done for you, so you're not looking for that information. So there's all types of installation instructions, shipping rates, and all that kind of information. You wouldn't need this because you have them. The purchase order tracking we talked about, you're not, as a dealer, most dealers have an account, so they don't need to make payments. You can purchase additional finish samples. So if you have a designer that wants a whole set of samples, you can do those. They're like $24 for a set. But if it's somebody that we feel like we're going to get repeat business from, just reach out to one of us and we will make sure we get those to them. The other thing that's probably used more than anything is this page where it says China Sink Compatible Database. So this is not a total amount of sinks or consoles that can be used with Palmer. These are just some that we've already done the specifications for. So you can come here, select a manufacturer. We'll do we'll just do Cheviot, since we sell Cheviot, and you can fill in this other to narrow the search, or you can just do it from there. Click search, and it's going to bring up the different Cheviot ones that we've already done specs. So if you're using this Cheviot, for example, this item, then you would just tell us that in your order, and we would already know the dimensions to cut the sink legs to fit it. So if we don't have it, then what we would need is a good spec sheet that shows not only the width and the depth of the sink, but we also need the height of the sink so that we can make sure it finishes out at the right height. But the other thing we need is what does the bottom of the sink look like, because we have to have a place to put the leg. Either it has to have a hole in it to receive the leg, not the same dimension as the leg, but a small hole where we can put a pin, or it has to have a flat spot where the sink can sit on the leg. And a lot of times that is more difficult information to get than width and dimensions information. So another thing that we will do is, if it is a sink we can't get that information from, and I've done this 2 or 3 times, you can actually order the sink, send it to Palmer, and then they will build the leg system for the sink and then send both components back to you at the finish of that. So that's an option too if you run into that. It doesn't happen very often. Most of the time we can get the information we need, but it is available if you do need to do that.